Okay, hello everybody, this is Lester Pipps. You're listening to the greatest show of all time, Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps, where I, renowned doomsday prep lecturer, tell you what you need to know about how you're going to survive in an apocalypse. And listen, I've been doing this kind of a lecture series around the country for, God, who knows how long. I would say most of my entire adult life. And I should clarify, I consider the time I turned an adult when I witnessed Hurricane Katrina in 2005, even though I was already in my 30s. Now, so what I've been doing is going around the country and going from place that will have me to place that will have me, which I should say has been mostly stand-up comedy, open mics, and preaching the good word about what it is that you need to do in order to survive an apocalypse. And of course, boy oh boy, what you got to think about first is, well, what is it that we're trying to preserve for the future, right? Obviously, that is the most important thing to all of us. Louisiana culture. Being that I am from outside Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I was, in fact, for a brief time, the video coordinator for the LSU football Tigers. Go Tigers. I do believe that Louisiana culture is the most important thing to preserve if we're going to represent what humanity can be after an apocalypse. Now, I didn't expect to have to come down to the bunker so soon. I was loving touring around the country, but then all this COVID stuff kind of happened, and I was like, okay, told you so. I didn't want to have to say told you so, but boy, oh boy, did I tell you so. You know, so look. The main thing that I like everybody to know is that if you're trying to preserve Louisiana culture, well then what you got to do is obviously focus on the things that matter. And there's only one thing that matters, and that is, of course, acquiring the recipe and all necessary ingredients to Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strips. Now, you might be thinking, well, they don't give that out. That's a corporate secret. Or you might be thinking, I'm pretty sure you can get a knockoff recipe online that's pretty close. It might be pretty close, but don't come at me with that bullshit. It's not the same, all right? You got to get Popeye's spicy chicken. I don't want to have any other kind of chicken strip in my future. So what I've been doing is going door to door at every franchise location and trying to get that word out that I want it and that they should give it to me. But now that I'm stuck inside, well, I got to call them. So here's what we're going to do. I want all you, if you're listening, to put in the comments any questions you might have for Popeye's Corporate, because I'm about to call them. Also, if you got questions for me, you know, about life or how to survive an apocalypse, throw them on in there. I'm going to call right now. This is a Popeye's location on the West Coast because it is late in here in Louisiana. I'm going to put them on speaker. And here we go. That's a ring. That's another ring. That's a third ring. We got 3 rings going. 3-ring binder. That doesn't make sense. That's number 4. Okay, this has happened before where it seems like maybe I'm on a list and they're not answering my calls, which is really frustrating because it is the case that somebody at one of these Popeyes is going to tell me to answer. But if they don't answer the phone, then they're not going to be able to tell me the answer. See, you need one answer to get a second answer. That's a lot of rings. Okay, we're going to give it 2 more rings, then we're going to give up. Which is, God, you know, it's only a temporary give up. I'll tell you that. Because one thing Lester Pipps don't do is give up. For real. Now, hold on a minute. Oh, that's my 2. That was my limit. Man. Maybe I got to call some East Coast Popeyes during the day or something, because the West Coast Popeyes seem to be on my number. But listen, that is what it is. Now, something you may not know about touring around the country is that when you do it, you meet a lot of people, right? And I mostly do talk about how we're going to survive an apocalypse. So these people who come up to me and talk to me after the show are always like, "Hey man, I'm on board. I want to do that." And then we get them in an email thread, and I blast them with emails when I want to let them know about anything, which is something that I have been that I have done when I started realizing that we was all going to be underground for the COVIDs. I put out an email saying, "Hey, who wants to tell the world on my show what it is that we got to do to counteract the COVIDs? How we going to survive? How we going to get through this apocalypse?" Now, I know the answer is get them chicken strips, but other people have different opinions, so we have them on the show. Now, today's first guest, somebody you may have heard me mention, somebody who has never been to one of my lectures, but somebody who I hold more dear than anybody else in the whole world except for my son, and that is my wife, Charlene Davis. Charlene, if you could join us here. Hi, Charlene. How
Hello,
you doing? Nice
Lester.
to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so much for doing
Bunker's
this.
looking nice.
Say again.
The bunker's looking
Oh,
nice.
thank you. As you know, this is not really what the inside of the bunker looks like. I don't want anybody to see my bunker in case they think they get some ideas that maybe there's a way they could sneak in. So I do project a different bunker every week. But I
Yes,
appreciate it.
don't
This is a
even
good
show
one.
me the real bunker during our FaceTime sessions.
I sure have. Yeah, I sure have. Now, Shaw, before we get into any kind of personal matters, I just want to say, how's Bubba holding up?
Oh, he's a real sweetheart. He's really doing his lessons online.
Oh, good.
He's following all the precautions.
Oh, good.
Spends an awful lot of time on that Minecraft, but
Minecraft. Now, I mean, hey, I hope he's digging deep under the ground in that Minecraft, making himself a home.
maybe he is. I don't really have a lot of time to monitor him since I am an essential worker.
That's for sure. Yeah. For those who don't know, my wife Charlene is the Attorney General for the state of Louisiana, and
The great
my
state of
bunker is
Louisiana.
in her backyard, and she is so gracious as to let me have that in a great stipend. Even though you won't let me in the house, and I know I'm not about to come into the house right now because I'm not leaving the bunker, but. I just want to say, if when all this ends, you maybe being forcibly separated from me instead of just separated by choice has made you think you may want to let me back in the house sometime.
Well, Lester, I have a very important position
I know.
in our great state of Louisiana, and I, I just can't, compromise my reputation.
Well, hey,
I mean, the bunker's really nice.
yeah, no, it is, and the space that is left there for the fully functioning Popeyes I have been planning is empty space right now. But that means there's plenty of room for anybody you would want to bring down. Now, but listen, I don't want to make this an argument between the two of us about whether we're going to see each other again in the future. I want to know how you doing, how you coping right now. How's the house? How's the inside? What you been up to? Doing a lot of law? A lot of questions coming at you at once.
That is a lot of questions. I'm doing as best as I can, trying to keep it together for the great state of Louisiana, trying to keep it together for our son,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm just, I just got to keep going, right? We all got to keep going. Some of us have checked out,
Yeah.
like some of us have become singularly focused,
Oh,
but
like you on the law?
yeah, exactly. Like me on the law. Um,
You got a lot of law to do. Other people is more focused on things that really matter, like making sure we got a bunker so we can have them chicken shit in the future. But yeah, you do you, and I'll do me, and hopefully at some point in the near future. Listen, I know I said I wanted to hear from you, but I got to tell you something. Last week on the show, there was this divorcee in Pasadena who was trying to hit on me, and I told her no, I got a wife who doesn't want to see me, but someday she might. Does that win me points?
well, I mean, I don't want to prevent you from meeting new people, but I am getting really close to reproducing that Popeyes recipe in the home. Uh,
Charlene, we talked about this. There's
I,
look, unless we get the official recipe, it's never going to be the same.
but Lester, I've had to put that on hold while we're dealing with this coronavirus outbreak.
Sure,
Um,
sure, yeah. I mean,
but I'm really close.
mm,
And if I find out the recipe, then you can come back in the house because you won't have to be on this crusade anymore.
well, is what I'm hearing that you're finally on board with trying to get that recipe.
No, no,
I would
no.
assume you can cook
I'm
it
gonna
for me.
no, no, no. I mean, I'm gonna come up with a pretty close replica of the Popeyes chicken that you love so much.
Honey, I don't want us to get off on the wrong foot on this show here, because I don't want to start bringing up old arguments we already had, that we already hashed out, that we know the answer to. But I gotta tell you, unless it's official recipe, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the
Okay,
same.
Lester.
And I appreciate your efforts. I do. I love everything about you, especially that
I just think our son should have his father in his life.
Yeah, me too.
In a bunker.
Me too. Oh, not in a bunker. Well, then see that what they call this in the law business is an impasse, I believe.
Leave the law talking to me, all right?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, listen. If you you came on the show this time for a reason, right? You had a message you wanted to get out to the folks. What are you feeling like is the thing that people got to focus on in order to get through this apocalypse?
Yes, listen, I know that Lester has a wide audience.
Sure do.
Among certain types of people. And I want you to know that it's very important that you follow the stay-at-home orders.
Oh, sure.
Okay? We have a lot of cases of coronavirus in this state. And I don't want to see the people of the great state of Louisiana dying like this. And you can keep yourself safe if you stay home with your family unit. Make sure you're using proper disinfecting techniques, and just keep an eye on our website and our Twitter so that you know the latest updates about what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that all is good, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like, what are you stockpiling? What are you doing to keep yourself entertained? Because I know a lot of people is out there saying, well, okay, maybe she's the Louisiana State Attorney General, so she's busy, she got to go work or whatever. But a lot of people's at home not being able to go work. I would say, if I was remembering correctly, your favorite pastime was always doing needle points. Is that still true? You still doing a lot of needle points? I miss you.
Oh, Lester, it's not really the time or the place for that talk. But yes, I do still like needlepoint. In fact, I've been working on something new here.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I was working on it a lot before this all started, but looks like the cat's taking to it. I really don't have a lot of free time. I thought you invited me on here so that I could spread the coronavirus message. I didn't realize you wanted to talk to me about prepping, Lester. You know how I feel about prepping.
Well, I know how you feel about it, which is why I want you getting involved in the conversation so you can tell people how it's best to do it, the best ways to do the prepping.
Prepping equals hoarding, and hoarding equals people being out of supplies. I don't want to see people running around with dirty bottoms because people are prepping and hoarding all our toilet paper.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, look, I'm not saying you should hoard toilet paper. I'm just saying you should hoard all necessary ingredients for Popeye's rice chicken strip. So, but that's just me. And listen, we got somebody in the comments saying, "Hey, Chase's biggest fan here." Do you know what the hell that means?
Chase.
Because I feel like that's a question that's not directed at you.
No.
Well, then my mistake. If anybody in the comments,
I thought I was the guest on this show tonight.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought I was the guest on this show tonight.
Oh yeah, well you the first. I did tell you there was going to be 3 more, didn't I?
No, you neglected to mention that, Lester. What other kooks am I on here with?
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm not just giving you a platform to talk. This is a platform for apocalypse preppers to get the word out about how he's gonna survive.
You're making me touch my face, Lester.
Hey, I didn't have anything to do with that. You did that voluntarily. Look, I know we've gotten to a place where we're having a little argument. So I got another guest on the show today who I thought maybe we're gonna talk to him about his life, and then maybe he has a way to help us patch things up. We'll see. But Shar, if you could just stick around. If you want to participate in the conversation, please do. If you don't, hide your video, but come back on if you want to. Thank you also for being here, and tell Bubba I love him, and let him know if he does want to come down the bunker. The door's always open for him, but not for COVIDs.
Lester, his name's not Bubba.
But okay, you chose a name for him, but I liked Bubba.
Just move on with the next guest.
All right. My next guest today His name is Jim's Doomsdate. Jim Doomsday. Jim, thank you so much for being here, Jim. Feel free to join the call now. Jim, I met you, boy. I believe it was at a open mic up in Seattle. You were watching. Is that right?
That's right. I was watching in the back.
Yeah. Well, hey, man. Thank you so much for joining on this call. I understand you replied to my email because you had something you wanted to tell folks about how you's getting along in the apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting along as well as I can. I'm just interested in promoting the idea of ways to still be romantic here in these dark times.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting timing that you would be on the same show as me and my wife there, huh? What a weird
Yes,
thing that happened
interesting.
Yeah.
but Jim, before we get into all that, I do want to know, what's your strategy? What's your life like?
Well, if I'm to be honest with you, in my life in general, I've been pretty underprepared.
Your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh dang.
Yeah, just like always late for stuff, always burning food,
No.
going out to the store, buying baking powder instead of soda, that kind of stuff.
Well, hold on. Now I don't quite. Oh, you mean baking powder?
I mess up a lot, okay? And
So you
I'm
go to the
out
store for
there.
like a Diet Coke, and you come back with.
Yeah, and I buy full sugar.
Oh, so you go to the store for a Coca-Cola, and you come back with baking powder.
Sometimes.
That's not.
On the worst days. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm not just trying to help people be romantic in these dark times. I'm trying to help people like me be romantic in these dark times. People who, maybe weren't as prepared as they could be.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, what's your first piece of advice for folks who maybe feel like they don't feel so prepared?
All right. Well, you're going to probably, I'm sure you two are still trying to recreate, the romantic moments you shared before this, right?
I am.
Well,
I mean, not right now.
Okay.
I'm a little busy right now, Jim.
All right. Oh,
James.
of course. Well, I was thinking like you two seem like folks who maybe enjoy like a nice candlelit dinner. Am I reading you right?
Well, I have been told to stop bringing candles into the Popeyes.
This is great. Take me and my wife. I don't got any candles, but I got a Coleman lantern. We had a Coleman lantern dinner the other night.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't as good, but it was pretty nice.
I mean, that's trying.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's something. Is that because you didn't buy candles ahead of time, or because you're in a situation where you prefer a Coleman lantern?
Well, I went out to buy candles and I accidentally bought a Coleman lantern.
Oh, now that's actually practical because if you're in a bunker, you're better off having something that won't cause smoke. And I can't see blinds behind you, so I'm thinking maybe he's not in a bunker. But general piece of advice is you don't want to cause a lot of smoke inside of a bunker.
That's true, but I've got bad news for you. Instead of buying batteries, I bought a lighter.
Oh no! So you had to light the Coleman lantern on fire?
Well, yep. It was romantic, and then we had to get out the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, because it sounds like you was just eating dinner with a burning hunk of plastic.
It lit up the place nice till the smell started.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm still working this out, and this is like sort of my I don't know, COVID project.
Okay,
getting better at this.
COVID projects is important, people say. You want to have a good COVID project so you can make sure that you keeping yourself busy. Mine, of course, is they say a show. But it sounds like yours is lighting a fire in your kitchen.
Well, it is now, but I'm just trying to help people be romantic. Trying to recreate those moments. They're not going to be the same, but we're going to try.
Sure. Well, do you have any examples of folks you've been helping folks out up in there in Seattle? Is that right?
Yeah, I've been trying. People who come by my bunker, I shout at them sometimes. Tips, joggers mostly.
Oh, sure. You see a jogger jogging by. Let's say, for example, like me or Shaw was jogging by your apartment. Let's say it was me. What would you yell at me as I'm jogging by your window? Which I gotta say one more time: if you got a window, you're not in a bunker. But yeah, what you saying if I'm jogging by?
I'd probably say something like, "Have a picnic indoors." But it's possible that you only heard part of that, so I'd shout the second half of the sentence the next day.
Okay, so you're counting on return customers.
Wait a
That's
minute.
right.
So you're encouraging people to go have picnics?
Well, we can't have picnics at parks anymore on account of them being closed. So I'm thinking, hey, let's have them inside.
But if they only hear the first part, they're going to go outdoors.
Oh, that's right. There have been a lot of people having picnics in my neighborhood and being arrested for it.
Lord.
Oh no.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh no, Jim. It sounds like this
I've also been saying have a party by yourself. Been saying have a party by yourself, and just to make sure they hear the full sentence. The next week I go by yourself.
Wow. So
There's a big block party the other day.
This hypothetical person is running by your house the first day they're hearing, have a party. And they're thinking, wow, okay, I guess I will have a party. So they have a party that night. And then they run by your house again the next day and they hear, by yourself. And they're thinking, I'm not for sale.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
This is completely counter to all the recommendations that the state of Louisiana has put out.
Huh.
That's a true fact.
Yeah. I actually did this, I did this the other day in Seattle, and there was a big block party down the street, and they all got arrested. I didn't realize it was connected until right now. You think I had something to do with that?
Yeah, I think you caused these folks to get put into prison.
They were all joggers, too.
There's all a bunch of joggers in prison now?
Yeah, that's right. The whole prison's full of joggers.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
Yeah,
joggers, that's the number one thing they like doing. Well, you can't go jogging when you're in prison. You got to stay in the cell.
That's right. You can walk, but you can't jog.
Yeah. No running. That's a pool rule, but I think it's also a jail rule.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You been in jail before, Lester?
Yeah, a couple of times. Folks have been not as excited about me raising the good word about Popeyes right in front of a Popeyes sometimes. And they say, hey, you got to get out of here. You can't keep asking for the recipe. We're not giving it to you. And then they arrest me. Also, one time I did commit vehicular manslaughter, but that was an accident.
What?
Yeah, it was an accident. I was trying to... Shaw was kind enough to get me out of that one a little bit, but I did spend time.
As your attorney, I suggest you stop talking about it.
Oh, right, yeah.
What happened? Tell me more.
Well, I ran over this guy. It's because I was driving from one place to another, and obviously that one place was the LSU Football Tigers Stadium, where I was at the time employed, and the other place was a Piggly Wiggly. And I was driving from the one place to the other, and then in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot, I was a little bit distracted because I was thinking about all them videos for the LSU Tigers that I watched, and I was thinking, oh man, we got
Lester.
Yeah.
This is all sealed in the record. I'm trying to protect your reputation.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to talk about this. It's one of the many contentious points in our marriage is whether or not I cover up the fact that I killed a man.
Well, what's a nice memory in your marriage that you two had before this, contentious vibe?
Well, I can think of so many, but maybe Shaw, you want to go first?
Well, I remember the day that our son was born.
That's the one I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's the one I was going to say.
That was a nice memory.
Yeah.
And the next day, Lester filled up our entire spare room, wall to wall, with diapers.
Yeah, you never
know.
Wow. Well, yeah, because you never know how long there's going to stay a baby.
You know exactly how long a baby's going to stay a baby. Lester.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and I like Coleman lanterns on fire.
That's a good point. He likes Coleman lanterns. You probably need diapers just in case.
Me?
No, I got a good stockpile of them down here in the bunker. I could send a few your way if you wanted.
Sure.
Why do you have diapers in the bunker?
Because I've been trying to get Bubba to go to school, and obviously he can't go to school right now. But before I was having him go to school and recruit people to come live in the bunker so we can repopulate humanity later.
And Bubba's
your son is in 3rd grade.
He sure is. But someday he's gonna be an adult, and you never.
When was the last time you saw him in person? Not from a bunker camera.
Last time I saw him in person? Well, let's see. That was around January. I picked him up from school, brought him home. Shaw, you obviously were very upset with me because that's your job, and I kind of superseded you. Sorry about that, but I had to see him. I had to see the boy.
I told you to stay away from him after you started calling him, trying to guilt him into calling all his friends into your bunker. Well, that's weird, Lester.
Some people say it's weird. Some people say it's practical forethought.
What do you need a bunch of third graders in your bunker for?
Because when the end times, or when the apocalypse comes, which it ended up coming sooner than I thought, but I thought we were at least 10 years away, then you got kids in the bunker ready to be adults later and repopulate the earth. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be dead.
Jim, what does your wife think about all this?
Well, she's not talking to me right now, if I'm honest with you.
No.
She's pretty happy that she's in quarantine with someone, but I don't know if she's super happy that it's me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. What makes you think that? She's not saying
Well-
anything directly to you that is upsetting. Hold on. There's a comment in the Twitch feed that I got to address. Somebody just said Lester was a molester. And let me tell you right now, I've never done that. I killed a man with my car, but I never molested anybody. Now,
As his attorney, I will tell you that he has never molested anyone.
thank you. Now, apparently my volume is also very low, which, let me fix that. But please, Jim, tell us about your wife.
Oh yeah, we met in college. Been together for about 5 years now. We actually got married right before this whole thing, just like 2 weeks before we went into lockdown.
Well, that's sad.
Congratulations. Oh, I probably
thanks.
sound crazy right now. Hold on a minute. Congratulations, though. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. I went to the
What was
wrong
the wedding
place
like?
on our
Did you
wedding
have a
day.
big ceremony?
I went to the wrong.
Did you have a
I went-
campfire that you burned a bunch of plastic in?
I went to the wrong place on the wedding day.
No.
Yeah, we had to do it via cell phone.
What?
I FaceTimed. I said I
That's-
do via FaceTime, and then she had to put the ring on my dad's hand. He was like my stand-in.
Well, no wonder she's upset with you. That's wow. I mean, Jimmy, man, I gotta say that's some bad wedding.
Yeah.
Well, we made the most of it. We did the first dance too. The wedding was in Washington D.C. I thought it was in Seattle, Washington. I thought it was local, but she wanted to have it in D.C. with her folks, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
I'm
the
not
first
sure if
dance,
you're
everything was done
legally-
via face cam.
I'm
What's
not
that?
sure if you're legally married. I'm not an expert on Washington state law, but if you weren't there and she put the ring on your dad's hand,
She.
You know what I'm gonna do? She married my dad's been really happy.
Oh no.
My dad has been single for a long time.
Jimmy, you
Is my-
come on this show to talk about being a love expert, and all of a sudden I'm finding out that you accidentally let your wife marry your dad.
My
Oh boy.
my dad married my wife.
Listen, we gotta. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Say again.
My dad married my wife.
Lester, where did you find this guy?
You know,
What?
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shout out my window. Maybe there's a jogger that's a lawyer. I probably need some assistance with this. I'm gonna shout, "Help!" And then the next day I'm gonna shout, "I need a lawyer."
Can I just say one piece of advice for you? Is just
Yep.
say full sentences at once, because then people's gonna understand your meaning a little bit better.
People go by very fast sometimes.
You got some fast joggers in your neighborhood.
Hey,
You speak really slowly.
I do. I want them to hear me. I'm nervous that I'm gonna mumble, so I go, "Help!" And they're gone.
Boy. Well, Jimmy, I feel like we ended up giving you advice when I was hoping you was going to come on here and give us advice about how to get back together. But hey, that's what I get for hoping. You know what I mean? Now, we have one last question for you. It's in the chat. It's coming to us from Miss Maleficent. She wants to know, what should you do if you were planning on getting married soon but are now quarantined?
Well, hey, keep your dad away from your wife is my one piece of advice.
That's always good advice. My dad was always hitting on you, Shar. You remember that?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I get it. I like you too. All right. Well, Jimmy, thank you so much for doing this. We're going to keep you here, and we're going to bring on our next guest, all right?
Sounds great.
All right. Thank you. Now, our next guest is a person who I recently met, actually. I don't exactly remember where. Sometimes when they respond to the emails, they don't remind me. So I'm just going to bring her on, and she's going to tell us. This is Claire Higgins. Claire, thank you for being here.
Hey, I met you because I responded to your tweet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you was following me on Twitter when I was on there.
Well, you were like, does anyone want to be on my Twitch TV show, and I'm like really avidly looking for places to get my face. So
to put your face out there. I hear you. So that's right. That's right. Yeah, I did put out that tweet, and then I was thinking about maybe having some folks who I merged the email and the stream and the Twitch stream, so I didn't know who was who. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. You coming to us from where?
I'm in LA, Los Angeles, the capital of the world. I mean, LA is Louisiana, honey. Los Angeles, definitely not Louisiana. But I don't know, just like I really respect what you're doing, like, you know, tips on the apocalypse. And I feel like I have a lot of advice to give on, you know, like how to protect yourself from this like scary virus.
Oh, sure. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us, Claire, what you think the most important thing to do to make sure you protect yourself in the apocalypse?
Well, like number one, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey.
And like, you know, wash your hands. Like, don't be a bitch about it. Like, sing happy birthday twice. Like, just do it. Like, take this serious.
What should you wash your hands with?
That's an important question.
So, I didn't know that was something I had to say.
This is really good advice. I mean, I would take the bitch part out, but this is good advice.
Well, no, bitch is just like, that's what you say when you're like, bitch. Like, it's an endearing term. Definitely wear face masks, and I actually have extras. This is like a Thomas Roth one that's really good for the skin. This is Generation Clay.
You putting that on your mouth?
No, it's just a face mask. You put it on your
permeable membrane.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a 5-day face mask set. All I'm saying is, like, whatever the reason CNN wants you to wear face masks, like, do it. And I have. Like, my skin has never looked better.
Oh, it's one of them. Okay, it's one of them face masks for the spa girls, or whatever. So the face mask is like cleaning out your pores. No, okay, it's not quite.
That is not at all the kind of face mask you're supposed to be wearing.
What?
Are you going out in public with those?
Of course. Like, you're supposed to wear face masks. Everywhere. Like, honestly, I don't know the science behind it, but I'm doing it, and I'm taking this seriously.
Well, look, my advice would be get yourself a bunker. Don't leave it, because the face masks you're wearing aren't the right ones. So you're gonna catch a COVID for sure if you're going out there with. That's like honestly, that's probably a stickier surface than just your normal face.
Okay, whatever. Like, honestly, the face masks I'm using are super high end, and like I only buy the best, so that's like kind of ignorant. But whatever. The next thing I was gonna say is like, exactly to your point, like, don't go outside. Don't do it. Like, social distance. Like, honestly, we're a little too close right here, just how we are right here.
Yeah,
but like, I'll let it.
A Zoom call. None of us is actually in the same location, so it's not so bad. Well, tell me, so you haven't been outside? You've been doing the social distancing this whole time? You've been staying in?
Yeah, like, usually if I were to go outside, it would be like to go to the bar, to like hang with my friends. But like, I'm not doing that, and like, I just kind of want to say, I know usually drinking alone is like frowned upon and kind of like an alcoholic tendency, but during the pandemic, the bar is lowered. Like, I encourage everyone to have 6 drinks by themselves alone. Like, that's okay right now.
That's not exactly good for the public health.
Honestly, I don't know. That's not good for private health. Public health, I think, is just fine.
It's just, wait, was I not clear? Like, the whole point is don't go to a bar and drink alone.
But, you know, rampant alcoholism is not good for our country.
It's not alcoholism during the pandemic.
Yeah, you got a flyer on this one, I think. It's like a hall pass from the movie Hall Pass.
It's a hall pass. After the pandemic, don't have 6 shots alone in your bedroom at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. But, like, during the pandemic, like, go for it, girl.
We got a comment in the Twitch stream saying, "I'll kill my liver for the greater good" from Bree. Boy, I can't. It's hard to read with these glasses on. Bree. I think, which I think you two might be the same person.
No, but you see, killing your liver makes you more susceptible to the virus. It makes you more susceptible to all illnesses.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a face mask and if you're washing your hands and if you're social distancing, like you're
Lester.
Yeah. Look, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I should step in here because we are giving out some false information right now. So let me just clarify. If you are listening and you're wondering, hey, is any of what she's saying true? Nah, it's not quite right. But she did bring up an interesting point, or maybe I did. I'm not really sure who said it first, but somebody in the comments mentioned that their hall pass would be Diane West. Who's your hall pass? Somebody outside the marriage you would have sex with. For me, I'll tell you right now, and Shar, you know this. It's the lady from the Popeyes commercials. Oh man, she gets up there sitting on the picnic bench, going up to that older lady on the Popeyes commercial who would she's also on the list. And I'm thinking, yeah, she got a basket full of fries. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, ew? Claire.
I've heard enough about the Popeyes ladies.
Okay, so nobody wants to give me who their hall pass is outside their relationship.
I'll give you one.
Thanks, Jimmy.
My wife, because I'm not married to her apparently.
That's right, because she's married to your daddy. Oh damn, she's got.
This is so embarrassing.
You on her list?
I hope.
Uh-oh.
Mine would be Zac Efron.
That's a good hall pass. Are you in a
That's a
relationship
good
right
one.
now?
That's a good one.
I'm single and ready to mingle.
No, you can't be.
Not right now, though.
Claire.
Right. I mean, like after the pandemic. After this, I'm ready to mingle. Right. Yeah.
Well,
no, honestly, I've been so freaking bored. Like this is like true torture. Like today, I like took a nap. I like drank a glass of wine. I like watched Netflix. I had like a really great FaceTime with my like best friends from college. You know, it's just like torture.
That sounds.
You know, I actually still have to go into the office every single day.
What?
You know, I actually still have to go into my office every single day and protect the health of my great state of Louisiana.
Oh my God, I wish. Here I am just like, with nothing to do. And I'm just like, I'm so over this quarantine.
Yeah, me too. I brought some flowers home the other day and I accidentally...
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Accidentally.
You speak. Sorry.
I brought some flowers home the other day. I thought she was my wife, wanted flowers. I dug them up outside the neighbor's yard, and now we got ants in the apartments. I've been doing that all day, killing ants.
Oh no! You brought in the ants with the flowers, Jimmy.
I brought in a lot of ants. I think I brought in a nest,
or at least just cut them from up top.
I'm still trying to make it romantic. Like, oh wow, we haven't had this many guests over in a while.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Bugs is a guest too. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, so Claire, tell me a little bit more about your situation. You live in I can see behind you there's a door, which makes me think it's an apartment. Is that right?
Yeah. Like my own solo apartment.
Yeah, you're riding solo in there. Okay, that's nice. So then you're not like, so you got no like no support system inside the house if anything goes wrong.
I have my dog.
How do you handle being a dog owner in the apocalypse? You still taking it out on a good walker here too?
Definitely. And you know what I've been doing is like shadowing my dog. You know how some people go in and shadow their parents at work or something?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I've been like, what's my dog been up to? And I've been taking advantage of this time to like shadow my dog.
All day?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So does that mean you like?
What does your dog do?
He doesn't do much. Like it's usually just like laying down on the floor. And then like 2 meals a day, which is great. Like if you want to stay thin, just like eat like a dog, just 2 meals a day. Practically nothing. And then every once in a while he'll want to like throw a ball around. It's like super chill to be a dog.
Sounds chill. Yeah, I always thought it'd be better to be human than a dog because then you can have like all your mental faculties. But hey, that's just me.
What?
Yeah, but like dogs don't get COVID-19, and COVID-19 is like super serious.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like real bad.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
It's nothing compared to COVID-18.
Yeah.
Nothing. And like that one, I think ruined Fire Festival or something. Like this one's super bad.
Now, I do remember hearing about this Fire Festival getting canceled because of COVID-18, and I remember it being a huge lie that people was putting out in the media in order to make us think it was China's fault that Fire Fest got canceled. Are you saying that's true?
Mm-hmm.
And where did you get this information?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
have like a source, a guy who tells you news.
It's like, I mean, it's like, were you guys at Fire Festival?
I was underneath.
What is Fire Festival?
What is Fire Festival? Like probably the worst festival of all of history. Oh my God, it was such a nightmare. There's 2 documentaries about it you need to watch, but I was totally there and I am in both documentaries.
Wow.
You are. Wow. Well, wow. That's amazing. Did you feel like that was a good preparation for an apocalyptic situation?
Actually, I haven't thought about it like that, but totally.
Yeah. I mean, because it sounds like some of the same practices that could maybe have got you through there would be getting you through here. Because I remember when I was at Fire Festival, I stayed underground the whole time, and I didn't go up above because I didn't want to be involved with any of that craziness.
You went to Fire Festival?
Well, I was underneath.
Did you? How long did it take you to know that it was canceled? Did you stay down there for weeks later?
Yeah, I didn't find out it was canceled for a real long time. So I had built a little bunker on the island there because I knew ahead of time that there was going to be an event there, but I wanted to make sure I could get involved in it, but not also be involved in it directly because I was thinking, well, these could be a bunch of people who maybe want to live in a bunker. So I was building it. Now, turned out they all wanted to go back home and eat things that weren't just like a piece of bread. But you know all about that, Claire.
Lester?
Yeah.
When I gave you money because you said you wanted to put some into the islands, I thought you meant you were putting into like a fund in the Caymans.
Oh, I don't know anything about the Caymans.
You build a bunker?
I built a huge bunker underneath the Fire Festival, yeah.
That was my 401k.
Oh, no, you got to get a new 401k, baby. Whoops, seems like maybe I pulled a little Jim's Doomsdate here and made a little mistake.
Wait, what was that? What did you just say?
What?
My dad keeps saying that. Have you been talking to my dad?
I haven't been talking to your dad, but it sounds like he knows what he's doing because he got married to your wife. So Claire, one final question for you, and it comes to us from the chat. The chat says, "Hey, are you supposed to wear a face mask while you wash your hands, or are you allowed to see?"
Actually, that wasn't specified by CNN, but like I would just wear the face mask at literal all times. So yeah, when you're washing your hands.
That makes sense. Well, thank you very much. We do have another guest, so if y'all could stick around, we're going to bring on the fourth and final guest here for the show. And that's
Thanks for having me. Can I just say, everyone, please follow me on Instagram at the real Claire Higgins 6972. Thank
6972. Is there significance to those numbers for you?
6972. Don't you get it?
I'm going to go ahead and pretend I do to fit in. So our next guest is a man.
Hello.
Hey, Zev11, your video's still not on. If you want to turn that on, we'll be able to see you.
Can you see me?
No, Zev, we can't see you. We just hear you.
Okay. Hello.
Zev, you got to turn your video on, my man.
Can you see me now?
Nope, still can't.
Nope.
You just press a button that says start video.
Which one?
The one that says start video.
It's the one on the bottom left with a video.
Okay, it should be on now.
No.
Nope.
It's not.
Zev, it was working when we did our pre-interview.
Yes. And then you said turn it off.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. All right.
Hello.
Can I do anything to help? I don't think I can. This is all on you, my friend.
It's okay. And I pressed. Should I? Okay, it's on.
No.
It's sure not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the bottom, and there's a
little
video.
Okay, is it gone?
He's gone.
Zev,
I was having the same problem with FaceTime at my wedding. I understand.
These
things
Oh,
are fiddly.
okay.
Yeah.
No, you saw me?
we saw
Briefly.
you briefly, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello, it's me, Saavedra.
All right, Zev, we'll just do it this way. Zev, you responded to my email because there you are. There he is. Welcome, Zev.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Oh, he's on again. All right. Okay. Okay. So, Zev, what you responded to my email saying you really wanted to get something off your chest when you get called in on this call, and I'd love to hear what that was.
I do. Before I begin, hello to Claire, hello to Jim, hello to Charlene.
Oh, hey, I see you now.
Hey.
Lester, I'm a big fan of yours. I big fan, so I'm to be big fanatic to you. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So
Maybe you're shy.
There is no. I am not. I am definitely not. I'm a lot of things, but shy is not.
Okay.
Yes, I did want to get something off my chest. First, this to everyone in my group knows what this means.
Uh-oh. What's your group do?
So before I begin, I want to do things off my chest. I want to do service to everyone listening, watching. Calories are super important in this time. I'm sure you understand.
That makes sense.
Lester, you go for it, please.
No, I'm sorry. I
continue. No, continue to talk.
Okay. All right, Zev. So what you're saying is calories is very important, which I have to agree. I was going to say it seems like maybe you are collecting calories from the sun because when your video's on, it seems like you're very close to the sun.
Okay, hello. No, I am close to an energy source that makes every communication look like this. Yes, original purpose for call was I'm a big fan of calorie. So calorie basically is a system of measurement for energy in your body.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, are you familiar?
Yeah, no, I know about calories, yeah.
In case anyone wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. For it could be food, could be drink too.
Sure, yeah. There's calories in drinks. Too many in some
Just
of them.
something. That is funny. Lester, some people say you are a hard ass, but you are funny too.
Well, oh, thank you, man. Who says I'm
Who says you're a hard ass?
Internet. Before I go on show, people are being so mean to him.
No, what?
Who's being mean to him?
They called him a molester.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
They
That's
did
right.
say that, but I
They
want to
did
repeat
do
it
that.
again. I did not molest anyone at any point. I
Yep.
just killed a man with my car once. Now,
Stop talking about that, Lester.
sorry, I'll stop. So this is what you wanted to get off your chest, Sev, that you like calories?
Yes, but I want to give people a tip on how to get calories into their body during this time.
Sure.
Well, hold on. There is. All right. So there are very.
It's like you may be doing that on purpose.
No, I do not do what on purpose.
Turning on and off your video because it's not happening at random. It's happening when you're laughing.
I do not laugh. So the best way to get calorie into body is cheaply. Okay, so if you have cheaply.
Say
cheaply.
One more time.
Cheaply.
Like, don't spend a lot of money.
Yes, cheaply.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Okay, so what I do is I go to my closest 7-Eleven and I make sure to stock up there. It's very good to get calorie. So it's going to be very beneficial to you in apocalypse time. So.
Okay, so your advice to people in the apocalypse is stock up on food at 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Now, okay, so there's some folks in the chat who is saying that breakfast is a good source of calories. Do you recommend the breakfast at 7-Eleven or do you recommend a different meal?
Yeah, they have stuffed waffle. It's good. But if I were to give advice to better for you, it would be probably like deluxe 4-cheese pizza.
Okay.
It's
I never had that.
It is. No, it's good.
I'm dedicated to one type of meal, and that is go to Popeyes and get some spicy chicken strip. But that's just me. For you, Well, I gotta ask you because your name is, in fact, you told me your name was Zev11, but your email was not that. Your email address seemed like it was a real name, and Zev11 doesn't seem like it's a real name. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
Zev, I'm Israeli. Zev is real name.
sure. I know plenty of Israelis with named Zeph, but it just seems a little too connected to what you're talking about.
What is this? Calories? I do not see connection. Another good thing to get is taquitos.
Sure.
Taquitos are good for you.
Sure.
Glazed donut.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, he's gone again. Zeph, I gotta ask you, is there a particular 7-Eleven that you're trying to get folks to come to?
There is one on Vine.
Yeah.
Wait, why do you have...
Is this
Hello?
a commercial for 7-Eleven?
Yeah, is this a commercial for a 7-Eleven that you work at?
So some sort of like organic, like viral marketing for 7-Eleven? They don't need it. Think about that.
That's a fair point. They don't need it, but it just, you told me you responded to my email, said you saw my show, you're a big fan, you wanted to get something off your chest, and then you come on here and you just start talking about eating at 7-Eleven, and I gotta think, well, that's not really an errand of a grievance.
Whoa, hey, stop right there. Not just eating, drinking too. Slipperies are good. They have a big gulp is best value for buck.
Sure.
Is there
listen?
Is there chicken in 7-Eleven?
I can answer this one. There is, but it's not the right chicken. Don't go there for that.
No, they have buffalo chicken roller, 2 for $2. Good source of energy.
Oh, I like
None of
that.
this is healthy food choices, and if you have an unhealthy diet, you'll be more at risk for contracting COVID-19.
Like, definitely go vegan, go vegetarian, go dairy free, and go gluten free and carb free.
Well,
That sounds like air.
Yeah, I think one of you is saying only eat 7-Eleven, and one of you is saying don't eat anything. Which both of which.
Hey, whoa! Stop, Lester Pipps, please stop.
Sure.
I'm not saying only eat 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying bang for your buck. That's all I'm saying.
I've got
Okay.
a question for you, Zev. Me and my wife, we aren't getting along on account of her not being my wife. I just wonder if I was to put on a mask, maybe a face mask, and then head out to 7-Eleven, do you think that I could rustle up a romantic meal for her?
Of course. I would suggest for you 7 Select chips. They are like kettle fried. You get some big nacho, glazed donut. Boy, you will never have problem with a lover again. Trust me.
Really?
Hey, trust me.
Well, Shaw, what do you think? Would that
I'm
work?
gonna do it.
Got out of the bunker, went to a 7-Eleven, came back with
No,
some.
Lester.
Was that just a quick
It
no?
wouldn't
Sure.
work on me either.
Charlene, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes, Mr. 11.
Can I ask you, when is the last time you've been to a 7-Eleven? And think about it.
I'm not sure, Mr. 11, maybe a year or two.
Last time you were there, did a man with mustache smell your hair?
Zev.
I hope a man with mustache did not smell my hair.
I recognize you.
Zev.
What? What?
No, we're not doing a smelling ladies' hair thing.
Hold on.
I think he's maybe working at 7-Eleven right now, and
I
that's the
think he
key.
might be in the back room. That's why it's so bright. I think he's
Yeah.
to the,
Yes.
to the-
How can I? Yes.
Lester, are you going to let him just suggest that he smelled my hair in public and let him go?
I believe I stepped in, but what do you want me to do? You're the law one. I can't like get out there and arrest him or nothing.
Why are you giving him a forum?
Go ahead.
Why are you giving him a forum for this?
I think I just stopped it, if I remember correctly. And speaking of
He's
stopping
still
it,
on the screen. He's still on the screen.
well, that's true. I do have just we just have a little bit of time left, so I just wanted to get each of you gets the last second to give a little bit of advice, just a quick little one hit of advice for folks that you haven't already said. Zev, let's start with you because we gotta get you away from my dear wife here. One last piece of advice you want to give anybody listening to the show about how he's gonna survive the apocalypse.
Okay, it's very simple. I'm throwing that away. Every single person in this chat, I smelled your hair at one point or another.
No.
I
All
have,
right.
I did. No, I did, and I'm so happy. It's such a.
I do have the power to just kick him right out. So I did go ahead and do that. Now, all right. So let's get back to everybody else. Claire, one piece of advice you want to give everybody, and I accidentally full screened myself in doing that, which I got to figure out how to stop. But I'm listening to you.
Yeah. I just like kind of want to say like whatever happens, like the universe is in control, and like the universe is like super crazy. Like there's the Milky Way, and like I don't know, but like I sometimes wonder if there's a chocolate Milky Way and we just can't see it.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. Like just kind of like follow your heart and take this seriously.
Okay, that's good. That's good to questionable advice somewhere in there. I'm not sure exactly. Jim, anything you want to say? One last thing you want to say to any of our folks listening at home?
You gotta have a hobby. You gotta have a quarantine hobby.
So true.
I'm
so true.
trying to be more romantic, trying to help out folks, similar situations, trying to kill all these ants.
Hey, good luck with them ants, and good luck getting
Thanks.
your wife back from your dad. Shaw, anything you want to say to me or the listener? Either way, I'll take either one, preferably me.
Lester, I would love it if you would come back to the house.
Really?
But only if you promise to stop calling Popeyes.
Oh, so it's a choice between my wife and son and home or Popeye's Louisiana Kiss Your Spicy Chicken Strip. You know, I mean, it is a little bit difficult because I have been missing you for a long time. But at the same time, it's like I dedicated my life to making sure that these chicken strips make it into the future, and I'm not giving up on that. Charlene, I'm sorry, but I'm choosing Popeyes every time. Now, for those at home, my piece of advice for you is pick the thing you care about the most and only care about that. Now, my other piece of advice for you at home is, hey, listen, if you like this show, donate a little bit of money, not to me, but to the Pack Theater that's helping support this stream. That's at Pack-Theater on Venmo. Chip them whatever cash you got. If you're saying, I don't have cash right now, well, hey, I get it. Keep your cash for yourself. But if you have cash that you can give that cash. Also, maybe follow at fevercomedy.la on all the things. And
at Claire Higgins, 6972.
That's right. And if you're in a 7-Eleven, watch out for a guy smelling your hair. All right. Thanks to everybody who's listening. Thanks to all of you for attending. And we're going to get off the stream now. Goodbye.